So now we have covered the 3 deal by deal models. Before we move to our hollow fund model, I would like to build a bridge in between the two type of models. So we will open our no catch-up model a little bit more. We still have the same assumption. It's just instead of we use one formula to calculate the preferred return for 5 years, we're going to open the 5 years into different rows. And then we will use IRR function to do the comparison. So for example, from year 1 to year 5, and we have this return list here, and we will have the balance. And then by the end of year 5, we have the preferred return, $46.93. So this is the same here. And then we're going to use IRR function for the same result. So what we're going to do is, for the $100, negative cash flow in the beginning as investment, and then we would like to make this $100 to grow for 5 years and 8% compound. To find this number in Excel, we're going to data, go to what if, and then go to GoSeek. GoSeek, we will set the value of C30 to be 8%. That is our preferred return. And then we will change the value of C28. Then GoSeek will quickly find the number for us and find 4683, which is not quite 8% yet. It's only 7.98%. However, the variance is minimal and it's actually acceptable because it's very normal in Excel to have this type of variance. There are many reasons that the IRR function will have variance compared to the built-in IRR tables. So for example, based on the rounding or the timing. In my table, I list these days as year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While in the IRR function, I used the first day of the year. And also, there are iteration method reason. The GoSeek function Excel uses an iterate process to find the IRR, which might stop at a slight different point than the built-in IRR functions. So to get 8%, we actually have to manually adjust our numbers to make it get closer to 8%. And for example, if we make it at 46.93, like the one we already find, we get very close to. But anyway, to be perfect, we can just copy paste and get the same result. It's still actually the built-in function still does not even get 8% perfectly anyway. So now we know how to find IRR by using GoSeek function. And we understand there are variance. And sometimes we will have to manually adjust number to be perfectly fitting our goal. And one more thing is about the solver function. Solver function is very similar to GoSeek. And the difference here is solver had its own additional steps to be able to get it out. So like in the what if we have a GoSeek. And then to get solver, we have to go to our options. And then we need to make sure our add-ins here, go here, we have the solver add-in checked. So once you got your solver checked, it will show here. Then you just open your solver and it will have this objective C30 here. We set as 8%, and by changing the ending cash, and then we will just use solver, and then we are supposed to have a table pop out, and we just need to click OK, and then it will find the number for us. So anyways, I test my numbers when I was preparing this course, and I actually made my number much bigger when I was testing the result. And it's a similar situation, and I just was trying to see how big the variance could be. And for my testing result, it's actually pretty good for numbers like millions of dollars, and we have like a 3 basis point variance, so it was okay. But anyway, this is just an example. I use these two functions to build a bridge before we move into our next session. Well, when we move to fund level, we know they will have multiple cash flows instead of just one investment, right? So when we move to multiple cash flows, we will have different date. Then our preferred return calculation will move to a fund level and we'll have slightly different models. That is what we're going to focus next.